Perhaps lately you've been feeling the pressure of life building and building, hitting you from every single direction. Maybe your things to do list is getting longer and longer, and you haven't had a chance to add a check mark. Perhaps your job is overwhelming, and not to mention home life being chaotic. It sounds like you need a break. Actually, a breakthrough. Maybe even one of those candy bars that promise to take you away. Okay, maybe not. Most likely, what you need is someone who truly understands, someone who could help you navigate this moment in time without judgment, without pressure, and helping you understand you're not alone in the journey. And this, what you're going through, will make you better if you choose not to let it make you bitter. And it will help you magnify your impact. Well, guess what? I got some good news for you today, my friend. That's exactly what today's episode is all about. So make sure you stick around. We're about to show you how to get through what you're going through and turn your pain into purpose. So sit back, relax, and let us fill your cup with some courage. We'll be right back. Welcome to Time to Win podcast, where healing and growth collide with purpose, and you get to heal, grow, and prosper. I'm your host, RJ Jackson. Join me as we take a graceful 90-degree turn from stress and struggling to purpose and prosperity. As a professional impact speaker and mindset coach, I'm here to show you the way out of secretly suffering in silence and help you get back on the path of prosperity. Because I firmly believe that you were born to prosper. So if you're ready, let's make that shift. It's time to win, my friend. So let's go fight, win. Hello, 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 good people. Welcome and welcome back to another episode of Time to Win podcast. I am RJ Jackson, your impact speaker and mindset coach, here to help you stop scratching the surface of your potential and magnify your impact on purpose. You know, it's interesting to me that so often I get these messages from people saying, "Oh, we'd love to be on your podcast. We'd love for you to interview us. We want to talk about our book. We want to talk about our program. We want to tell people about our business." And I'm like, no, thank you. You see, here on Time to Win podcast, we're not interested in programs. We're all about people. People like you who want to break through, who want to magnify your impact, who want to know that you matter. We're here for people like you who understand life is a struggle sometimes, and the struggle is real, but you don't have to live where you're dying, and you don't have to die where you're living. You see, I understand the fact that you're not looking for more information. It's readily available at your fingertips. What you really want is transformation. You want to feel seen, heard, and appreciated. You want to feel alive, whether that's at work, in your home, or even just trying to get through the day. You want to know, like, you're going to be okay. All right, well, let me help you out. You're going to be all right. Yes, you are. You're going to be all right. In the meantime and in between time while you're going through, let me remind you again, you're going to get through what you're going through. And I want you to get through what you're going through. Matter of fact, I want to be your GPS and help you get through what you're going through. I want to help you go from scratching the surface in your relationships and your purpose and your passion, even on your job or in your business. Can I leave out the home? Okay. I want to help you go from scratching the surface to making an impact on purpose. So for the next 17 minutes or so, let me show you how to recalculate, how to make a U-turn, how to avoid the accidents ahead, and how to make a right turn to reach your full potential. let's just shift gears and jump right into it. There comes a time in life where you have to shift gears. You got to put this thing into drive and move forward with purpose. So let me share with you 3 gears that will cause a shift in your impact, helping you to do more than just scratch the surface, merely existing, but to live fully the life you desire and deserve. And I promise you, the shifts I'm going to share with you today will help you create deeper connections. They will help you inspire others, and you yourself will truly soar in your purpose. And I know you're saying, well, it sounds easy. But let me tell you, it's not that difficult. Really, it's about being intentional. So as I share the shifts with you, I want you to be intentional. I want you to think about which shift can you make first. And then I want you to take action when we're done. Sound like a deal? Love it. All right, so let's do some shifting, because as they say, shift happens. And if it don't happen, you're going to end up doing the same thing. And if you're doing the same thing consistently, you're getting the same results. And if you're getting the same results consistently, you're stuck in a rut. And if you're stuck in a rut, you're most likely frustrated. And if you're frustrated, you're not moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, you're not growing. And here's what I say: healthy people grow. So let's get to growing. The first gear that I want to shift into is the importance of being the first to speak up. Now, last week we talked about speaking up in a different format. We talked about speaking up for what you believe and the ideas that you have that you want to share, but you're like afraid that nobody's going to like it or appreciate it. We talked about speaking up and sharing anyhow, going beyond your fear, pressing in with courage, right? Well, this week when I talk about speaking up first, it might seem like something simple, but really it's a powerful move that will change everything. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about when you're in a meeting, a family conversation, or even just catching up with a friend. Be the first to open the door for others to feel comfortable to engage in a conversation. You walk into a room, say hello. Don't wait for people to say hello to you. You're in a grocery store with someone, people you don't know, it's okay. Say hello. You never know who's standing behind you or in front of you. When we're the first to speak, it creates an atmosphere where everyone feels invited to contribute, where everyone feels like they matter, where people feel like they're noticed. And it's nothing like making people feel appreciated, seen, and heard. This is how we magnify our impact. I don't know, maybe you've held back in the past, waiting for someone else to break the ice. But here's the truth: when you take the lead, others are more likely to follow. And when you speak with authenticity, who you are, the real you, whether it's sharing an idea, asking a question, saying hello, or just calling somebody and checking in on them and say, hey girl, how you doing? You set the tone for genuine, meaningful exchange. And it's not about being the loudest voice in the room. It's not about, hey, look at me. No, it's not about that. It's about being the first to start the conversation and make it count. What do you say? Is it time to shift gears? Are you ready to walk into the room or call someone up or ask your family, how was your day, and be the first one to do it instead of waiting for someone to ask you? It takes boldness to do it, my friend. It takes boldness, but I promise you, when you do it, you just open up a whole new world, not just for yourself, but for others. And that, my friend, is magnifying your impact. All right, that's shift number 1. Let's continue to shift gears and let's talk about gear number 2. So the second gear is about caring beyond the surface. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Caring beyond the surface. It is so easy to get caught up in our own agendas. Like, we're busy, we got deadlines, and sometimes we just jump right into what we need from others without even thinking twice. Okay, but I gotta tell you, if you want to have an impact, You must show that you care about other people, not just the task. I mean, have you ever had someone either text you or even email you and don't even go there with talk? Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to tell you the truth about me. I feel some kind of way when people call me and jump right into the conversation and ask me for something without checking in with my well being, without seeing how I'm doing. Because it says to me, it's all about them. And why can't it be we and not me? Like, we don't have to have a long conversation. And trust me when I tell you, I am not going to share no bad news and tell you woe is me, but I at least want to know that you care how I'm doing. What do you think? How do you feel about it? I'm just curious. Is it just me that want people to care about my well being? Okay, it can be. But I tell you this, when people just check in with me and say, how are you doing? It lets me know they care. And I like being cared about. I like what Maya Angelou said. People don't care how much you know, they want to know how much you care. So if you want to create connection, if you want to go beyond the surface, then show people that you care about them. And especially when it comes to networking. Don't be so amped up to share your business, share your story, your product, what you do, and talk all about you. Let's go back to the first gear. First and foremost, ask other people to tell you their story, and then take time to listen. And then share your story, share your product, share your services. Be the first and go beyond the surface and show people you care. You care about their well being. Now, this isn't easy to do for people who are task driven. The task driven person who says, I don't have time for chit chat. Let's just get the job done. Let's just get results. But people will do the bare minimum with you and for you if there's no passion behind it. But the people orientated people, it's a whole new game for them, because the people orientated people, they're the ones who show genuine care. They're the ones who listen. They create an environment that people feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Now, the person on the receiving end of that care, they will produce more, they'll be more excited, and they'll have more dedication. Why? Because they know they matter. Don't just say hello, how are you, and check the box. Say it because you genuinely care. And when you start the conversation this way, whether at work, at home, or in your personal life with your friends, you create a ripple effect that makes people want to engage with you even more, and everybody wins. This second gear will move us right into gear number 3, which there's so much more power, right? In the third gear. So, the third gear is cultivate empathy. Empathy is really just about understanding someone else's feelings. It's about stepping into their shoes, whether that's a colleague who's overwhelmed, a friend who's going through a tough time, or a family member who needs your support. Showing empathy means that you're not just acknowledging their struggle, you're saying, I'm here for you. I see you, and I'm walking alongside of you. You know why there's so much power in empathy? Because empathy creates trust, and trust builds relationships. You see, when people feel understood, they are more likely to open up and collaborate and to give you their best. Why? Because they know they're not alone. And when you create that kind of connection, the impact spreads beyond one interaction. It becomes a part of the culture that you build around you at work, at home, no matter where you are. It becomes who you are, and people look for that. They want it, they need it, they're craving to be understood. Put it in third gear, my friend. Cultivate empathy. Don't just hear people, be sure to listen to their story. I really appreciate when I'm coaching, whether that's for an organization or individuals, after they're finished sharing, I ask the question, do you mind if I take a moment to just share with you what I heard you say? And they go, absolutely, go ahead, no worries, go ahead. And I'll share with them what I heard them say. And then I will say, did I get that right? And 9 times out of 10, people will respond by saying, wow, you hit the nail on the head. And why? Is it because I'm so amazing? No, I'm a hot mess. That's not why. It's because I took time to listen instead of just listen to speak. I listened to help the person feel heard and understood. And I repeated back to them, which is what we call active listening. I repeated back to them what they said and what they shared. And maybe not word for word the way they said it, but in a way to say, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Cultivate empathy. You will thank me later. In the meantime, you can thank me right now. What do you mean, RJ? Well, the way you can thank me now is deciding which one of these gears do you need to make a shift to, and then make that shift. Will you be the first one to start speaking up when you enter a room? Will you care beyond the surface? Or will you commit to cultivating empathy? These are small changes, but I promise you, they are game changers. When you show up for others in the ways that I just shared, you stop scratching the surface of your potential and you start making an impact on purpose. So, what will it be? Will you set the tone for real, meaningful conversations by starting the conversation first? Will you show people they matter, not just the task that you want to complete by caring beyond the surface? Or will you build trust and connections that fuel positivity, productivity, and fulfillment by cultivating empathy? As I said, there's little shifts that lead to big results, and everyone wins when we show up fully. Not just you, everyone around you. And that's how we go from scratching the surface to soaring on purpose. And in the words of Zig Ziglar, you don't build a business, you build people, and then people build the business. The same thing is true for our homes, on our jobs. It's about people. So if you're looking for more than a break and you want a breakthrough, this is your moment to start. If you haven't yet, go back and listen to the previous episodes for more winning strategies on how to make an impact on purpose. And if you haven't done so, share the podcast with someone. They may just need to hear it, and be the first to do so. All right, my friend, I'm not tired, but my time has expired. That means I gotta let you go. But until then, I want you to get in gear and watch the ripple effect unfold in your work, in your business, on your job, in your relationships, yes, in your home, and even in your life. You deserve to live fulfilled and prosper. All right, my friend, we'll do it again next week. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life, here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.